Hello, my name is Sergio Angelis. I'm the executive director and co-founder of Longmont Public Media. Thanks for joining me virtually to attend this member orientation so you can find out more about Longmont Public Media, how to use the space, and all of that. So let's get started. So today we're going to cover, four different subjects. First is Longmont Public Media 101, who we are, how we work, and why we're here, how you can use Longmont Public Media. There'll be other videos throughout the series with more information about how you can do specific things. Also highly talk about communication as well as volunteering. So Longmont Public Media 101. So Longmont Public Media is a public access TV station and a media makerspace. We do go by LPM for short, and we are a 501c3 nonprofit charity in Colorado. What can you do at LPM? You can create a podcast, you can create a TV show or a YouTube video or a TikTok. You can create a live stream from anywhere in our studios. You can learn about media production and or teach a class. You can also volunteer and assist other members in their video productions. You can also host and or attend events here at LPM. You can also produce a live stream for your business or your event. So our mission at Longmont Public Media is that we're committed and devoted to the education, production, and distribution of local media. And the way that we do that is by providing our community with this facility, space, equipment, knowledge, and classes to create media, as well as channels to distribute that media. So we are open Monday through Friday to the public, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and we are open 24/7 for certain paying LPM members. In terms of staff, as I mentioned, I'm Sergio Angelis. I'm the executive director and co-founder. Megan Lowry is our executive producer, and Vince Devine is our content manager and video producer. Now, you may be wondering, how are we funded? We're primarily funded with a contract with the City of Longmont to provide public access TV services. As part of that, we did build out and create more different studios to appeal to a wider audience of content creators. We're also funded and supported by membership dues, classes, such as class fees and such, equipment rentals, as well as grants and sponsorships. Now you might be wondering, well, where can I go and watch Longmont Public Media? So since we do manage the public access TV channels, you can find them on Comcast. So that's channel 8 or 880, channel 14, and channel 16. If you don't have Comcast, you can also find our streaming channels on our website, as well as Fire TV and Roku app, where we also have video on demand content, and we have more platforms coming. So now let's talk about our space and how you can use it. So we primarily have a main studio. So everything that you see here is configurable, from cameras, audio, lighting. We also have green screen capability. And all the studios that you'll briefly see here, you can reserve via our website. Highly recommend, if you haven't already, just come by for a tour so you can get a better sense of what we have in our facility. We also have a control room or live stream production room where you can produce live streams to Facebook, YouTube, etc. Or you can also go live directly to our cable system. It does support NDI and SDI inputs. We currently also have an editing bay with several Macs and several PCs, fully loaded with all the video editing software, Adobe Premiere Pro, Final Cut, DaVinci Resolve Studio, and more. We do have the full Adobe suite. We also have photo printers, so if you're interested in printing your own prints, you can do that here once you take a class. In our podcast studio, we have the Rodecaster Pro 2 podcast production studio, which is awesome. Supports up to 5 microphones and call in via Bluetooth. You can mix audio live or in post-production, or have a producer there with you. You can also use this room as a set or anything else like that. And lastly, we do have an audio production studio, which is intended for sound engineers, music makers, singers, etc. This studio is connected to the big TV studio, and we also have a vocal booth that is connected directly to the equipment in our audio production studio. So the 3 main rules at Longmont Public Media is no sleeping. You cannot sleep here whatsoever at all. There's no smoking on the premises, including vaping. That goes for this whole block that Longmont Public Media is in, because we are on city property. And lastly, no nudity in the facility at all whatsoever. If you want to dive deeper into our policies, you can find those on our website by going to longmontpublicmedia.org/policies. In essence, we really just want everyone to be a decent human being. We don't tolerate racism, sexism, homophobia, and hate speech, as well as other interactions that can be interpreted as such. We don't tolerate personal attacks on users, members, staff, or community members. And if there's any content that may violate our policies or put LPM in legal jeopardy, we will remove that content. So again, if you have want to dive deeper into all the policies and such, please visit our website there. Now, once you become a member, or if you're wanting to become a member, you can do that by going to members.longmontpublicmedia.org. This is your member portal. So this is where you're going to manage your membership, where you're going to make reservations for studios, as well as where you can access benefits, coupons, and 24/7 access codes. If you would like to reserve equipment, which we do have, and one key thing here is that you only need to reserve equipment when you're using it outside of LPM. And depending on the membership level that you have, it's either free, 50% off, or you have to pay for the entire equipment rental. Please do not just take equipment from LPM without making a reservation. We will be very unhappy that you do that, so please do not take it. Since we are open to the public, generally open Monday through Friday, if you do want to rent equipment on the weekend, please make the reservation for Friday to Monday drop off. That way we can have it ready. Otherwise, we will not be here on the weekend to prepare that equipment for you. The equipment rental duration is 1 week at a time. If you do need more time, please call us. We do try to make sure that everyone has access to the equipment. Please also return equipment promptly when it is due. We will charge late fees, especially if you don't let us know that you may be late. So please bring it back on time. And lastly, please be careful with all the equipment. We know that accidents happen, but please don't break it, as you will be responsible for it. We do have more of these policies online as well by longmontpublicmedia.org/policies. Now, in terms of using the equipment in the space, please make sure to put the equipment back where you found it and where it belongs. Please make sure to charge equipment such as batteries in our changing area in our equipment room. Anything that you use in the studio, you have to put back in the equipment room, with the exception of things labeled or with having an orange tape that can stay in the big TV studio. Again, you don't need to reserve equipment if you're using it in the building. Also, please do not take hard drives or SSD drives or SD cards with you. Please take the footage off the SD cards and put it onto a computer, or bring your own SD card. And again, lastly, please do not take any equipment without us knowing. Now, certain memberships will have 24/7 access. This door code is available on our membership portal. The code changes often, so please make sure to check the website. If you're coming after hours, please always make sure to close and lock the door behind you. Let other members know when you are leaving, and to turn off lights, lock and shut the door when you leave. We do have a wiki, which you can go to wiki.longmontpublicmedia.org, read all about 24/7 access, our shutdown procedure, as well as watch a video about how you do all of that. And there we go. I spoke too soon, and here's information about the wiki. A lot of other great information about the space. Highly recommend that you take some time to read it and learn more about here. If you do make content and would like to submit it to LPM for distribution, simply go to longmontpublicmedia.org/create/submit. You'll be presented with a form for you to fill out, and at the very end, a Dropbox link so that you can click on it, drag your file, wait for it to upload, and in that case, it'll enter our distribution system. So please go ahead if you do that. Please go ahead and do that if you want to submit content to LPM. If you want to learn more about our classes and events, you can go to longmontpublicmedia.org/events. If you want to host an event here, we do have a process about how you can do that. that is available on our wiki. And as well as teaching, we do highly encourage any of our members to teach other members how to produce content, use equipment, software, etc. You can teach anything. If you do have a paid class, this is an 80-20 split, so you get 80%. We keep 20%, where that just goes to administration as well as promoting the class. Now let's talk about communication. So we do have a weekly member meeting every Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. It's a great time to meet other members, see what's going on in the facility, as well as other content that's being produced. We do have pizza most of the time, so please come on by and check that out. We also are on Slack, so you can join us by going to launchpass.com/Longmont Public Media, and there is our Slack URL. You do not need to be a member to join our Slack group. We are open to the public. And lastly, let's talk about volunteering. We'd love for people to volunteer. You can volunteer in a variety of other ways, such as helping out on a production with other members. You can teach a class. If you're at an event, capture it. We'd love for you to do that. Or also maybe you found other local content in the area. So just send it to us. If you want to keep up to date with other volunteer opportunities, specifically around productions, just go to longmontpublicmedia.org/volunteer. With this video, you're going to learn all about our rules and procedures, what to do, what not to do here at Longmont Public Media, so that you can truly enjoy your experience and create some great stuff here at Longmont Public Media. So to start off with, there are 3 main rules here at LPM. The first one is if you have 24/7 access, there's no sleeping allowed in the building. Second, there is no smoking or vaping of any kind in the building. This whole block actually is on city property, which means you can't smoke anywhere on any of this block. And the last rule is no nudity of any kind whatsoever. This is a public space, so please, no nudity whatsoever at all in any of the studios at any time. So why don't we go inside and we'll go through each room so you can understand the rules and procedures and what to do and what not to do. Come on in. All right, here in our big TV studio, we've got a couple rules and procedures. First things first, if you see anything with orange tape like this or that one, clearly marks studio. So this is on our C-stands, as well as some of the Blackmagic studio cameras that we have in here, 3 of those. You cannot take these out of the studio at all whatsoever. These are meant to be left here so that members and the public can use them whenever they need to. So please do not take them. If you do need to move them, you can move them into the equipment room. Just don't take them out of the building, please. Second is we do have a electrical panel back here. The only time you should ever need to touch this is to turn on the left and right speaker. So these speakers are right above, right here. That is the right speaker. And there's a left speaker right over there. Both those speakers are going to go directly into our mixer, audio mixer, which is over here. So please, no need to touch anything else in here. No need to turn anything off. Again, except the speakers that we have here. We do have these beautiful globe lights. These are Wi-Fi enabled bulbs, and they do change colors. The way to turn these on is you go and you use an iPad, which all of them have the app installed, and then you can control all these lights here and customize the color depending on what it is that you want. We also have, as I said, our mixer over here. This is our SQ5 digital mixer. This is our 24-channel dimmer console. So there's a separate video on the fact that you can use this. Please also don't mess with this rack right here. We've got all of our networking stuff. There is a SDI routing system down below. This is configured so that if we are filming in here with the Blackmagic,
studio cameras. You can feed the video directly into our live streaming room. We also have some XLR inputs that go from the mixer to downstairs into the audio studio. But again, unless you know what you're doing, please don't mess with that. Over here as well, we have the handy vinyl roll and black paper. The best way to get this to go down is to actually manually just roll it down. It is pretty heavy, and there is a clamp that you'll need to use so that it doesn't keep rolling. So that's very important. Over here, we also have a couple of other items that should always stay in the studio. Most of the stuff like lights. We also have this whole pack of Shinobi video monitors. These are very important that they stay here. We do have a couple of different screens that you can put up and replace the black that we have up now. And we have a steamer that you can use for the green screen as well. So that's kind of the general gist of the rules and procedures about the big TV studio. So why don't we go into the equipment room next. Now we're in our equipment room. A couple things about this room in particular. First, you're welcome to use any of this equipment while you're in the facility. You don't need to rent it or reserve it. It's part of the membership. It's free for you to use. What you can't do is take this equipment outside of LPM without renting it or reserving it first. Please do that online by going to LongmontPublicMedia.org and clicking the equipment rental button on our header menu. From there, it'll take you directly to our equipment rental shop. We also have SD cards for people to use here, as well as hard drives and SSDs. Please do not take them. If you need to, you can bring your own. You're more than welcome to use that. Or you can always use what we have here. Just please don't take them. If you accidentally do take them home, just please bring it back. That way, we don't have to keep purchasing more and more SD cards for people to use. Besides that, this is the rental computer here. If you do come in over the weekend because you're renting equipment and need to pick it up, just please make a reservation for Friday. That way we can have it ready for you. And then we will be doing all the we as in staff will be doing all the check-in and check-out so that you don't have to do any of that. Another really important thing is that if you do use equipment from this room in another studio, please bring it back and put it where you found it. That is instrumental in helping keep your media makerspace clean and tidy and organized for other members to use as well. Now we're in the editing room. The only thing you need to know about this room is that we do have some photo printers in this room that are tied and connected to the Mac Mini. So if you do plan to use those printers, you do need to take a class. That class is available in person, so please sign up. Besides that, we do have something called MemberBox. That is our local NAS storage system here. You can temporarily save and store your projects that you're working on while you're here at Longmont Public Media. We do wipe that and clean it out about every 3 to 6 months. So please make sure that you always have a backup copy. We do not make a backup copy of that. So again, just please make sure that maybe, do go and buy a hard drive of your own and store the footage that way. And that's it for this room. All right, we're now in our audio studio. The one thing you do need to learn or know about this studio is that you must take an orientation. It's called this Audio Studio Orientation. You can find that at learn.longmontpublicmedia.org and take the online course. You must take that so that you can get more familiar and comfortable with using the equipment here so that you don't accidentally mess up anything. So thanks. We're here in our member lounge, where it's located right in the basement next to the podcast studio and the audio production studio. We do have a bunch of sodas and stuff in here. You're more than welcome to have some. Please consider making a donation in the donation box upstairs, just so we can keep refreshing and keeping you refreshed. We also do allow BYOB. You're more than welcome to bring in your own booze. If you don't want anyone to take it, you should probably write your name on it. And just please make sure that the door is fully closed so that it stays nice and cool in there.
All right. So where you want to go to is members.longmontpublicmedia.org. This is the reservation and membership platform that we use. And right off the bat, you can see if you kind of scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to see that you can reserve spaces. So you'll see all the different spaces that you can in fact reserve. So let's say you want to use or reserve the podcast studio. You can go ahead and just click reserve. This will then take you to a new link where you'll be able to pick the day and then obviously pick your time. So in this window, you can see all the different reservations and studios. So all the reserved studios show up in blue. Obviously, you can't make a reservation that time. Anything in dark gray means that the time has already passed, so you can't make a reservation in the past. And of course, if there's anything light gray, you can go ahead and make a reservation during that time. If you want to pick the date or change the date rather, you can simply just kind of change here using the arrow keys. Or you can also just click here and then pick a different day. So let's say Monday, October 3rd. And I want to, let's say, reserve the editing computer from noon to 1. So you simply click and you'll have this little dark section here that then you can expand. So this will let you, again, just kind of choose how long of a reservation window you want. Now I only really need this computer for 45 minutes. So I'm going to say book now. And then I'm going to do, just something about, I'll just say test reservation, but you can add in whatever you want. If you do want to make a recurring reservation, you can click that there and then choose how often you want to have that reservation recur. When you're done, just say continue and then complete reservation. And then once you get to this window and you see the little checkbox, you know that you have reserved it successfully and it is yours. Now let's say you can't make that reservation and you want to cancel it. So if you go up into your profile under My Reservations, you'll be able to see all of the reservations that you have available. So let's find the one I created for October 3rd, which is test reservation. And you simply hit cancel and then cancel booking. And then you'll get a little notification saying that your reservation has been canceled.
In this video, we'll explain to you how you can access this media makerspace 24/7 using a mobile app access control system. Our access control system is managed by something called OpenPath, and you'll be using your phone and a mobile app to access Longmont Public Media after hours. There are 2 access control panels located in Longmont Public Media. One that is outside, and that's what you'll use to come into the building. And the second is in our equipment room door, which you'll be able to access equipment after hours. Our equipment room is open to the public and to anybody Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 p.m. During these hours, you won't need to swipe in or use your phone to access the equipment room. But as I said, after hours, you will need to use your mobile app and the access control system to open the door to access the equipment. So in order to unlock the door and access Longmont Public Media 24/7, you'll want to come into the back door. As you can see, there's a reader right here. You want to grab your phone, open up the OpenPath app, and make sure that you have Bluetooth enabled, which I do. As you can see, there are 2 ways that you can open the door. The first is you can just put your phone up, and once it turns circle like this, that means it's unlocked. Another option is, as long as you're in close proximity to the door reader, you'll notice that a little lock pops up here. So you can just press this lock and it'll unlock the door, again, as long as you're in proximity with Bluetooth to this card reader. This will also work the same way in the equipment room, which is inside. When you're ready to leave Longmont Public Media, feel free to use the back door, or if you'd like, feel free to use the front door. If you do leave out the front door, please make sure that the door is locked and fully shuts behind you so that we can ensure that the place stays locked at all times. So you might be wondering, how do I get access 24/7? Well, once you finish watching all these videos and take the quiz, and more importantly, pass the test at the end, we will then add your credentials, email, and name and last name to our access control system. Keep an eye on your inbox from a company from OpenPath or Avicon, and once you do so, make sure to open it on your phone. Scroll down a bit and make sure to click on the app store of your choice to download the OpenPath mobile app. Once that app is downloaded, please make sure to open it once, and once you get to the credential screen, go back to the email that you opened and find the button that says set up your phone. Press that button and it'll take you back into the mobile app, and it will already have everything set up and ready to go for you. Congratulations, now you have 24/7 access and can come in the building whenever you'd like. If you are the last one, this is the shutdown procedure. You will need to first take a walk through all the studios and make sure that there's no one else here. And then you will turn off the main lights, one of which is right here. Another one is by the executive director's office, also on the first floor. And then there is a door over in the live streaming studio that you also need to make sure is locked. And then as you leave, please make sure that the door is locked and fully shuts. Sometimes it is not, so please make sure it's fully shut so that no one else can come in. If something happens while you're here, you don't feel safe, or I don't know, something happened, we do have cameras watching the facility 24/7, or you can always give the executive director a call or a text message if it's an emergency. And that is how you use Longmont Public Media 24/7.
Now, we hope that you've enjoyed kind of this quick orientation video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me by going to sergio@longmontpublicmedia.org. Be more than happy to answer your questions and help you out as you join Longmont Public Media and create some awesome stuff here at your local media makerspace. So thank you very much for watching, and we hope to see you soon here in the space.